Today we're going to talk about area of triangles and trapezoids. The first thing I need for you to do is go ahead and pause the video and fill out how are these two shapes similar and how are they different. If the formula for finding area of a rectangle is A equals BH, how could you describe the formula for finding the area of a triangle? If you noticed, these two have the same dimensions here. However, a triangle is just half of this rectangle. So this would be 9 centimeters by 8, and this part is actually going to be the same as this. The area will be the same. So if I were to compare, this is actually half of a rectangle. So if the rectangle is A equals B times H, then a triangle is going to be base times height divided by 2. So those two multiplied together divided by 2. So if I look at this triangle number 1 here, this is the height because it makes the right angle down here in the corner. Oop. Well, goodness. Okay, so here's the height. Here's the base because the height makes a 90-degree angle to the base. And this side measurement over here will not be a number that you will use for finding area. So the formula, area equals base times height divided by 2. So our base of the shape is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the height, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that divided by 2. So 5 times 7 is 35. 35 divided by 2 would be 17.5 units squared. You may use a calculator to help you find area. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Area is base times height divided by 2. So if I put the base times the height, this number, the diagonal, does not affect area. The base is 3.5 times the height, which is 2, and then I divide by 2. So if I multiply this times 2, it's 7. Then I divide by 2. We're going to go back to 3.5 meters squared. That would be your area. Okay, formula. Every time I'm going to write down the formula so I know what numbers I have and what I need. I need the base, which is this number, and I need the height, which is this line. This number I do not need. So 14 times 16, and all of that divided by 2. Remember, order of operations, I have to do what's in parentheses first. So 14 times 16 is actually 224. I still have to divide that by 2, and my area is 112 inches squared. All right, for a trapezoid. Trapezoids can be broken in or decomposed into different shapes. There's a triangle. There's a triangle. And there's a triangle. So now you have this rectangle here in the middle and triangles on each side. And over here you have your rectangle. And your triangle over here. Okay, so a trapezoid is 1 or 2 triangles and a rectangle. The formula looks a little daunting, a little tough. Area equals 1/2 of the base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So if you notice, there are two bases. Here is a base and here is a base. The top base on this one is equal to 8 and the bottom base is 16. So base 1 is the first base. It doesn't matter which one, can be top or bottom. And the other one is the second base. So you're going to have two different measurements that you're adding together, and h is the height. All right, so if I look at this one, my formula, 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So base 1 here is 13. Base 2 is 7. So 1/2 13 plus 7 times the height, which on this one is this straight line, is 4. And we don't need that 5. So 13 plus 7 is 20. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 10 times 4, 40 inches squared. That is our area. All right, I'm going to do one more. Area equals 1/2 of base 1 plus base 2 times the height. Our values we're going to plug in, base 1, base 2, and the height. We don't need the crooked, the diagonal line. So 1/2 base 1, which is 9, plus base 2, which is 5, times the height, which is 3.2. So if I multiply these, or if I add these first, parentheses first, 9 plus 5 is 14. So that's 14. 1/2 of 14 is 7. So now I have 7 times 3.2, which would be, I'm going to do it right here because I don't have a calculator, but you can use a calculator. 2 times 7 is 4. 22. There's one decimal place, so my area is 22.4 meters squared. All right, go ahead and finish up this page. Oh, I'm going to go over one more. This one tells you what the area is, and you are going to find the height. So in our formula, we know the area, 192 equals 1/2 base 1 and base 2 added together times the height, which we don't know. So to solve this one, you still have to do what's in parentheses first. 18 plus 14 is 32. 32 divided by 2 is 16. So you now have 16h is what's left of your problem. They're right by each other on multiplying. We need to do the opposite so we can get rid of the 16 so we can isolate the h. So if I divide that side by 16, I also have to divide this side. With your calculator, you're going to divide 192 divided by 16, and you should get 12 inches squared. Oh, not inches squared because we're just talking about a measurement, which is the height. So it's just going to be 12 inches. That's how tall this is. All right, feel free to watch this again if you're not sure how to do these, but go ahead and complete the geometry homework number 2. Good luck.